When I was growing up, when I was a child, I used to idolize guys like John Wayne and Sylvester Stallone and Rambo, all of those guys who did it themselves, right? They were the lone wolves. They didn't need any help. I was an only child. And so I always just believed, I can do it myself. I'll do it myself. I'll just do it myself. Several years ago, I was sitting in my quote law office, which wasn't a whole lot bigger than a broom closet, and it was after 6 o'clock. I knew I should probably be home, but I just couldn't bring myself to go because I didn't know where the money for the rent was going to come from. And so I'm sitting there staring at the phone. Come on, baby. I know you can ring. Come on, man. I know you can ring. Somebody's got to be out there who needs my help. I even, picked up the receiver just to check to make sure there was a dial tone. And okay, there was a dial tone. Come on, baby. Man, I just know you can ring. Now, while I'm sitting there praying and begging for the phone to ring, I start thinking of this old Talking Head song. He goes, "This isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife. How did I get here?" And I start thinking to myself, yeah, how the hell did I get here? I've been practicing law for 27 years. I'm really good at what I do. And yet here I am staring at the phone, begging it to ring because I don't know where the rent money is going to come from. Because you know what? I'll do it myself. I'll just do it myself. I don't need any help. Now, while I'm sitting there begging for the phone to ring, with one hand, I'm kind of scrolling through Facebook. And I'm not a big fan of Facebook, to be honest. But on that day, there was an ad. There was an ad for a book that was called something like The Things They Don't Teach You in Law School. And the best part of that book was it was free. So I click on the book, and a few days later, it shows up. And I'll tell you, that book changed my life. Not because of what was in the book, not because of the words that were there, but because all of a sudden it gave me hope. You see, I just thought that we were like the Titanic. We were just going down, and the only thing that I could do was just rearrange the furniture on the deck. But for whatever reason, when I read that book, it gave me hope that there was something I could do more than simply rearrange the furniture. You see, I was very good at what I did as far as being a lawyer, representing my clients, advocating for them, doing a great job there. I was well liked by the court. I was liked by my opponents. I was well respected in my community. But what I didn't have was I didn't have any business acumen. I didn't know how to run a law office. I knew how to practice law because I just kept, I'll do it myself. And myself didn't have any training. There's a great saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And shortly after I got that book, this student was ready. As a matter of fact, this student needed a lot of teachers. And the teachers or mentors or coaches, they all began to appear from Richard James to Blaine Elkers to Tom Rich, people who really helped me out. And then years later to uh, others that continued to help me. Clint Arthur, for example. And there were so many people that came into my life, including my wife, who helped me to such a dramatic extent that I just had to learn to just let go and let other people help me. And the beauty is that compounding of just incremental improvements by letting other people assist made such a huge difference in my life. Now I no longer have a little shoebox of an office. I have multiple employees. We're a seven-figure firm, and it's not that my legal practice has gotten better, but my business has gotten better because I let people help me learn how to practice law, learn how to run a business. So the 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 key point here is that first you have to let go and realize that you can't do it by yourself. You know, even though I wanted to be like John Wayne, I knew I couldn't do it by myself. And the second point is you got to be grateful for what you have, and you got to be willing to work for what you want.